Hey people, Mohith here. Same guy, same shirt, new content. This is how we're gonna do it. We're gonna keep making these crappy videos with crappy production value, or it's me talking to the camera. And today we're gonna talk about how deep is your commitment to reach the goal, right? So I'm reading this book called The Evolution of Everything by Matt Ridley, where he talks about how evolution is not just based on the context of biology. Evolution is something which scatters around almost every other domains, such as economics, law, technology, and all that. And he made some interesting connection between ancient Roman poet named Lucretius and his interesting viewpoints about the nature of reality. So Lucretius at the time would be considered a pioneer because he spoke about how the world may not have somebody overseeing all of its systems and functioning. Basically, I'm talking about the God. That God is not protecting. I mean, looking over all the systems. So why was this important? Because in during those times, a lot of philosophers used to think that everything went by an intelligent designer. Somebody conscious is doing all of this. That is debatable. I'm not going to get into that debate. But Darwin, who was in a context where all of this was going around, because Darwin was there during the Enlightenment, because the Enlightenment ideas were going around. Darwin's grandfather was also very much into Lucretius's poems, and he was able to apply this bottom up approach to evolution based on where he was traveling. So, which is very fascinating because he found evolution. It was evolution was considered like an asset for philosophy, because whatever you put evolution into, it just corrodes everything that came before it. Because evolution, the fact that you can go from gradual increments to improvement made a whole lot of started to make a whole lot of sense. That's how even Adam Smith, when he wrote The Wealth of Nations, he came up with the idea of the how trade is making people's lives better, and in turn them being more moral. Okay, that's one of the most popular books during Adam Smith's time was about his book called Morality and Its Sentiments. So basically, I was talking about how people being more moral when they were doing trade. Like that's what happens, guys, when you bring economics and trade. People become nicer to you. I mean, it's debatable because you don't see that in YouTube comments, do you? So. So why do I talk about this? Is because I'm talking about incremental improvement. So the more you keep doing something, the better you get at it on a regular basis. So am I getting 1% better than yesterday in my YouTube videos? That could be open to argument. Regardless, you make sure that you have a series of regular productivity, however small. It's going to keep stacking up. That's the whole law of compound interest. And one of the things that Charlie Munger, the one of the people who invests with Warren Buffett in Berkshire Hathaway. I don't know what the relationship is, I forgot. But Charles Munger has a quote that the whole point of compound interest is that you don't stop in between. You gotta keep going at it. And whenever you encounter something where you have to invest something, see, because even here this is considered an investment on my part based on my time and effort. However small it may be, it could be like 0.1% of whatever I'm putting up. The fact is that the curve is parabolic. All right, like if this is time and this is the uh, rate of improvement, yeah, it's a parabol. It's like a curve. All right, and what you expect is that the growth is going to be linear. You expect it to be straight, whereas it's more like okay, like this. Oh man, that doesn't make any difference. But okay, like more like a curve like this. All right. So you see this area between before my this area. Okay, that is your value of disappointment. That's a part where you think I'm not doing so good because there's no improvement. But there is improvement because zero point 0.1 plus zero point 0.1 is zero point 0.2 and zero point 0.2 plus zero point 0.3 is 0.5. So it keeps on incrementing decimal points and it's so infinite, infinitesimally small that you don't see it. But they'll stack up to form a whole number. And once you form a whole number, it becomes like the knee of the curve, it starts becoming vertical and it even surpasses the linear projections that you're putting forth. That's why you see technological unicorns coming up almost out of nowhere. They are like, oh, like these guys just went up so fast. That's why Instagram, with only 13 employees, were able to get like $4 billion plus, and which made Facebook go and buy them out. So that's my point. Find something that you care about. Find the smallest thing you can do in that area. Start doing it every day and find out. Do it for 1,000 days. Like, let's put the thing for 1,000 days and see where that takes you. So I wish you the very best on your journeys, and I'm going to end with a flourish.